This comment made me think about the differences between The Sims and Paralives' promotional content. Despite them both being life sims, there's a huge difference. Let me tell you what it is. Paralives recently put out a live mode reveal video, and personally, I thought it was fantastic. However, I noticed some comments like this, and now I want to dissect promotional content from The Sims and Paralives and dig into how marketing and a marketing team can change the way we look at the games we play. Thank you to everyone who left comments like this one, because you're starting a conversation. It's important to be able to discuss things like this freely, so thank you for that. Let's start with the most important aspect of this whole thing. Paralives is being developed by a small team. It's being backed by players like you and me on Patreon. There are no shareholders. There's no EA money to fall back on. And they don't have decades of experience. That being said, there's no marketing team with a couple of editors, directors, the whole shebang. This makes such a huge difference. On top of that, can they really afford to spice up the footage? Should they go crazy with stuff like this? This was the live mode reveal video. This wasn't any other video or something they put out after the fact. Like, we've seen the reveal and know what to expect. This is setting up our expectations for the gameplay. I don't think this video needed any more personality than that. We saw how gameplay mechanics work. We saw the basic features in their true state, and that was the trailer's intent. I think for right now, that's the top priority, and I think that for one simple reason. We, the future players, are backing the game financially. When I am financially supporting something, I do want to see the basics, whatever it is, at its most bare bones. It's simply not the time for something that's all done up and over-edited. That's not the way to make their patrons feel secure with how the game will work. We don't need to see anything flashy, or they run the risk of causing overinflated expectations, and we all know how that can turn out. Plus, we have to remember that they're a new company releasing their first ever game. There are no previous titles that they can point to and be like, yeah, we made this. You can expect things like this from us. So going back to my previous point, they have to make their patrons and future players feel secure in what they're financially supporting. I think I'd be a little weirded out if they actually hired an editor or a post-production team to produce their videos right now. I would question their decision making and why they would want to spend money on those team members right now, rather than ones who can help with the actual development of the game. There's time for trailers or videos with more personality and a post-production team in the future. Right now is not the time. On the other hand, we got The Sims, a franchise that has existed since 2000. They have several decades of experience behind them, and this is their fourth main Sims game. What I'm trying to say is they know what they're doing. They've proven their success, and their product is well known. It is the genre standard. You also can't forget that EA is backing them. EA is a billion-dollar company. They have the money to spend on a marketing team for one of their best-selling franchises. Despite that, we still get live streams like this, and that's because it's still important to showcase what exactly the players will be buying. Not having to rely on the players to financially support the development gives the Sims franchise a huge leg up in terms of what they can do. They don't have to prove to future players that it's worth paying their salaries. You know? They have the time and resources to create videos like this. I guess what I'm getting at is that they have a marketing team. They have the resources for a marketing team. I've said this a million times over the years, and I'll say it again. The editors for The Sims need a raise. Somehow, they always take whatever they're given and make it appear like it's the best DLC ever. It's fun and energetic, and it's just so enticing. But does it truly reflect the real gameplay? Sometimes I find that the way the trailers are edited becomes sort of misleading, and The Sims can 100% afford to be misleading with this stuff. Paralives can't. I know Life by You wasn't originally in the conversation, but I think it's worth mentioning here. That's because they're in this unique position where they're sort of in between Paralives and The Sims. Closer to The Sims than Paralives, though. Let's talk about the similarities with Paralives first. It's a new game that will be a direct competitor to The Sims, since it's also a life simulation game. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It's a brand new game without any history behind it, it's not as well known as The Sims, and it's going to be a competitor. Moving on to the similarities it has with The Sims, aside from being the same game genre. It is being developed and published by an established company, Paradox Interactive. Who's that, you might be asking yourself? Paradox Interactive is an established publishing company that's been involved in titles like this. Yep, there's City Skylines, the SimCity killer. Is one of the premier developers and publishers of strategy and management games on PC and consoles. The group consists of publishing and 7 studios in 6 countries that develop gaming experiences for the company's over 5 million monthly active users. This is a far cry from Paralives. That's why we're seeing more polished videos, ones that are more like trailers, than the videos we see from Paralives. Life by You has the resources to do that. But judging by the constant delays, perhaps they are using a little bit too much of their resources on their marketing when they should be focusing on development. As much as I want to see a Paralives trailer with more personality in life, similar to the ones we get from Sims 4, I think the format of their videos makes sense for right now. There's a time and a place for a spruced up video showcasing everything, on top of being a well-edited trailer. And the live mode reveal video wasn't it? Alrighty, well that's what I wanted to add to the conversation. I know we're all excited to see a very edited, spruced up video from Paralives, but right now is not the time. We gotta see the bare bones basics. We gotta let them come into their own and get those resources and focus on development rather than marketing. If you want to see more about Paralives and the live mode reveal video, I have a video all about it, so check it out. Thank you for watching. Keep being awesome. Until next time, bye!